Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. Alright, so I've somehow gotten up to 3-0 with my new rogue deck here. It's actually starting to feel just a little bit like my constructed rogue deck. Just a bit, sort of in terms of composition, in terms of the creature killing stuff I have, and having the Defias ringleaders in that. And, again, Azure Drake and stuff like that. It's still, this deck has a lot more sort of 4, 5, 6 cost, like, fat creatures. It's obviously way less optimized in theory, but so far it's been doing surprisingly well. Okay, I'm going first, and I have all, like, these are all in my, like, 8 or so most expensive cards in my deck. So let's get rid of them and get a different set of 3 of the most expensive 8 cards in my deck, because we all know how random works, right? No, that's different. I don't like getting all my eviscerates up front. I need these later in the game when the 4 damage is important to kill things, but we'll have to make do. That's what happens when you're going first. You have less control. Wow, so I can play a ringleader with no extra stuff. Or I can just stab my opponent. I think I'm just going to go for the stabbing. This is probably a mistake. I just don't like using it. Like, he's just going to eat something that kills creatures, which is good. Like, drawing it out is fine, but I don't want to waste it on him. Maybe if I draw a poison... I only have 1 poison in here. It was pretty unlikely. This is such a crappy start. I'm only taking 2 damage from this. I'm just more concerned about the fact that whenever I do start playing creatures, they're all going to die for a while because my opponent's having time to build up his creature-killing arsenal. That is also not good. When he starts killing his creature, casting his creature-killing stuff, he's going to be making this bigger. Ugh. So I got a cheap creature I could play with him, but I'd have to play her first, which is dumb. On the other hand, I can play the Twilight Drake, which is not a bad use of stuff.
Here we go.
That's actually probably about one of the most optimal things I could play right now. Because it's pretty tough to kill. He can't just use a little lightning bolt and get rid of it. He's going to play something with Overload, just to prevent me from using a Stampeding Kodo to kill that. Even though it's random, I have no control, and he doesn't know I have a Kodo, and that's not his logic at all. Overload spells are mostly how the shaman kills things, and his creatures currently aren't up to the task. 1 overload spell would be enough that this guy could survive beating on him. That'll help him a lot. It means I can't just pick these guys off how I want, but the Twilight Drake does seem to have him concerned. Dark Axe. Okay, that makes his guy bigger. That's kind of annoying. He's going to hit me with it, because this thing has a lot of uses, but it doesn't do that much damage for killing us. Oh, really? He's going all offense. Interesting. So I've got a bunch of choices now. This is actually kind of tricky. Because I can kill something with the Eviscerate, although it's not quite enough to kill him anymore. And that sucks. I could use the Eviscerate the crappy way just to kill this thing. And then I would have a spell out so I could combo the get out the Defias Ringleader. If I killed her, then this would be a 4/5. Which he could definitely deal with, but it would still hurt him a lot. He can't kill that anymore, so he would randomly kill one of these 2, which would be pretty useful. And either way, I guess I just kill the other one with that and just let it go here. I'm worried that he's going all offense on me, and this axe helps him a lot with that. Now another possibility is that I could give taunt to this thing. If I played her first, then I could play the ringleader, although I wouldn't be giving taunt to those things, but... damn it. This is probably dumb, but I'm going to go Kodo, and then kill that. You can't end your turn. Your turn is over. You can't fire me. I quit. I don't know. So getting rid of this shouldn't be too hard if he's willing to attack it with this guy. If he does anything to boost this guy, that'll help him. He doesn't have much mana, because this is, of course, locking out one. Still a very efficient weapon. It is. But it messes... the overload really messes up your casting curve. It's one of the things that makes playing a shaman kind of tricky. Even though many of their cards seem like insanely amazing for the casting cost, and many sort of are. Their effect of messing up your next turn definitely makes them trickier to use. You get access to higher casting cost cards slower than your opponent, as long as you're playing overload things. Which sort of balances out the fact that the overload things give you much better cards than you could normally get for your present amount of mana. They are an investment. Okay, lightning bolt, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Now you can just axe it. He takes 4 to the face, but he now has this giant monstrosity here. Oh, okay, that sucks. Well, that thing's gotta die. No question there. I can kill it with Eviscerate now. It's just a question of what I do with my other stuff. I don't want to play either of these two guys as the first creature, so I think I'm just going to play Master of Disguise. She's fine. I don't mind losing out on her battle cry, especially since I'm going to kill this giant death machine that's screwing me. That works out okay. Our life totals have semi-equalized, and he's still got 1 mana locked up, which is kind of nice. This thing can't win against her by itself. She either needs help or an axe blow, which would again do a whole bunch of damage to him and be fine. If this is left alive, then I can Sun Fury it, and then Ringleader. I got a Ringleader soon, but if he plays something big, I'm probably going to want to freeze it. So the upside is I have options. Now let's see what he does that totally screws all my options. That's hard to deal with. He's thinking about the trade and then axe to the face. And he does. Okay. I could sprint. I don't really want to sprint and just take 5 damage, though. I gotta try and get some stuff out on the board. My casting costs are working out really badly right now. I can't freeze it because it's invisible. This thing is not my favorite choice. If I had 1 more mana, this would all be awesome. But no. I don't want to play all the weenies right now. They're not quite going to do the job. I can freeze that thing after it comes out. I guess I'm just playing the Archmage. He is not my favorite play. And maybe I should be sprinting, but I mean, I have lots of cards. My issue is I need to get stuff out now.
Are you ready for this? Job's done.
Okay. At least, again, he takes effort to kill. You take an attack from the tiger and something else. Or I guess he could be hexed, which, if you're hexing him, yeah, it's annoying. And it's not like a waste of hex, but I just feel like it could be worse. Just gonna totem spell power. I hope he wasn't hoping for spell power. That could be ugly. He's got a lot of cards left, too. This could potentially go very badly. Let's see. I'm not sure when was the right time to have played these guys. Like, I feel like I should have played them earlier, but it just never quite worked out that I could take much advantage of them. Violet Teacher. Okay. Stupid Flame Tongue Totem. It's always this Flame Tongue Totem that screws me. Oh, man. I need to do 1 damage to that guy. I need to kill the Flame Tongue Totem as well, but doing 1 damage to him does kind of take priority. So that's going to be 2 mana. And then if I go Defias and her, and then make a knife, I guess. I really don't want to take the 7 to get rid of that thing, is the problem. Now, I could do 1 damage to him, play the Azure Drake, which is a little bit more useful size-wise, and could potentially draw me something else. Maybe I'll play the Azure Drake first. No, actually, if I play the Azure Drake and the Eviscerate, then I'm not getting anything else. Urgh. Okay.
I wonder.
This is almost certainly stupid, but now what I'm thinking is maybe if I Eviscerate the Flame Tongue Totem, that's only 2, I know it doesn't kill it. Defias Ringleader, Sun Fury Protector, so both of these guys will have Taunt. And that's 6 mana, then I get a dagger, finish off the Flame Tongue Totem, and hope that they stop him.
Yeah, be shield up. Here we go.
This is probably really dumb, because if he Lightning Storms, he can just flatten me with this stuff. He'll get a free token and hit me for at least 8. And actually, even a forked lightning, I mean, the small, tiny AoE would probably screw me. So this is probably a dumb plan, but killing him seemed so inefficient the way it was. I was going to have problems anyway. Leaving the Flame Tongue token alive is bad. Okay. I like the fact that he's toteming first. It makes me think that he doesn't have like a fantastic play that's gonna... He certainly didn't have 8 mana worth of fantastic play. I mean, like drawing a card, getting the totem first so you know which one it is pretty valuable, but it's not quite as much so as when you're drawing a card. Okay, and then he can Teacher him and hit me for 5. That's pretty annoying. Oh, he can Axe him and hit me for 8. Ouch. Probably should have stabbed the tiger. I don't know. Oh, this is not working out as I desired. So I can freeze something. I'm still going to take a beating.
So many options.
I'd need something to do 1 damage to that, but if I play this to draw a card, that really limits my options. I won't have anything left to actually kill them unless it's what I draw. I'd have to take 5 damage to kill that with my face, and then I'm still taking 7, 8, 9, 10 damage. I'd basically be dead. Not guaranteed, but mostly. Now, if I freeze the cat, hoping I can kill it later, I do have a 5/5 here. I can kill the 1/1 just to reduce the bloodlust problems. But then I'm not gaining that much return. I don't know what else. I think that's the best I can do, but it sucks.
Here we go.
It sucks. I think I'm just going to lose this one. I'm sure I've misplayed somewhere, but at each step of the way, it felt like what I was doing made sense. It's usually what happens. Taunt Totem not helping me out there.
I smell.
That's got quite an army now, and again, I don't have any good AoEs. I could get a Fan of Knives, which would be helpful now, but it's not going to solve my problems. Ow.
I'm ready to learn.
Now I'm just dead. I don't think there's any way I could survive, even if I'm still alive, technically. Aw, last turn you would have been really good. Now, matters are worse. Probably should have just sprinted that turn when it was just the tiger out, but... You know, hindsight, sure seemed like getting stuff out was good. I would have taken a lot of damage if I hadn't, but... I don't know what could possibly save me. Mostly nothing, because that taunt totem actually screws me. If it was a different totem, then I could then I could kill more of these things.
So many options.
No, there really aren't. I think I'm just going to have to play the Azure Drake and hope I draw something that I can use. A Fan of Knives would still not save me. Like, I'm actually just dead, but it would come closer than most things. No, this game is over.
Here we go.
Oh, well. Yeah. I'm not sure what I screwed up that game, but I'm sure I screwed something up. So I have a loss now. Hooray! If I get 3 wins before every loss, at least I'll get a decent, I'll get a good run, but far from guaranteed. Problem is, the opposition gets harder the further along you go. Or, shouldn't say, it's not guaranteed to get harder. The opposition is statistically more likely to be harder with every game.
You asked for it.
You could get unlucky and just run into 3 really good opponents with really good decks right at the start. Going second is good, gives me control of the cards here. We're going to keep Twilight Great because he's an awesome starting hand sort of thing. I'm going to ditch both Betrayals, hoping that I get either cheaper creatures or better, like, creature-killing stuff. Because the Betrayal is a little bit more late-gamey. This looks good. I mean, I'd probably rather have 1 Betrayal than the Eviscerate, just because it's kind of better late game too, but now I'm just being too picky. It's fine. Okay. He feels icky. Noted. Although playing him blunts my play significantly, I think... Do I still want to coin this out?
So many options.
If I don't, I'm going to be in a worse position. It's unfortunate because this kills the 2-2, this kills the 1-1, and then we're kind of back to neutral, but I think that's what I've got to do. I think it'll get worse if I just leave it alone. Otherwise, I'll be doing like the same thing next turn. I still need the coin in order to trigger the combo. So the fact that I could have cast one without the coin next turn doesn't help. It's not the same. I guess I could have coined out a dagger to stab him. But again, then I wouldn't have the coin to trigger my ringleaders. And all these things are more expensive. That would turn the ringleader into a late game play, so I don't know. No idea.
It's time for a little blood.
Oh, interesting. That means I do still have stuff alive for now, which could be good. I mean, he's more dangerous than just killing that, I guess, but yeah, we'll see. So if I don't kill this, then she Fire Blasts her own guy, hits me for 5, which is not that appealing. I could trade my guy and make a dagger. I hit him first with myself, so that I don't take the, so he won't have the attack of 5. And then that would wipe out all the creatures, I would take 2 damage, but it doesn't spend any more cards. The Eviscerate seems like a dumber choice than that. At least with the dagger way, I even still have a use of my dagger left. And of course I have no way to trigger his combo, so he's just like a bad creature to play right now.
Here we go.
So less damage than I would like. I would do some damage back if I just let her go, but she might not even boost him right away. She might just kill my guy and keep beating on me for 2, and then later hit her guy for 1, which would not help me anymore. This way, like, that guy out was giving her control of the situation, basically, and I didn't like that, so I had to get rid of him. Eviscerates are not really helping me kill that thing, sadly, since it can't be targeted by spells or hero powers. I could play a 3-2, giving a bonus to nothing, but my opponent would have to actually have to kill it or something. I think that's what I'm going to go with. My other choice is hit her for 1 and then just leave the dagger out, but no, that's not putting any pressure on your opponent. And currently she's got the momentum. I don't want to sit around and not put pressure on her either. But do I want to attack now or not? No, activating this ability does not count for combo. So I really don't want to be making a new dagger next turn. I'm thinking I might be better off saving this. Oh boy. Next turn I'm probably playing a Twilight Drake. Be about a 4-6. Ow. Now I'm rethinking that a little. I think what I may need to do is now play the Ringleader for no combo. But that would allow me to use the combo on Eviscerate to kill that. And then I'll trade her for this, because my life total is a lot lower. And I don't want to just keep trading back and forth. That's probably the best I can do. So, sorry buddy, no thugs for you.
This is our town, scrub.
It's worth it to get the, like, 1 Eviscerate kill on that guy. And then, yeah. Read that. I don't see much chance that I'm going to be playing a new dagger next turn, so I am going to keep it again. Sucks that my opponent's at full health, but that is again why I'd rather clear out all her creatures. Okay. So play this and draw a card, but it just kind of dies to that thing. I'm thinking of, even though it doesn't use my mana as efficiently, and I hate that, I'm going to have to play the Twilight Drake. It'll come out as a 4/5, which actually still just dies to that. Damn it. Yeah, that changes things. I guess I will just spend the extra mana and draw a card, since it's not going to make any difference in its survivability against that guy. And then hit my opponent for 2. I can't attack that thing even if I wanted to. Yeah. I'll just hold on to my dagger. It might come in useful for finishing something. My opponent's far enough ahead now. She might be happy just hitting me with the tiger and taking the damage from these guys and then flame striking the next turn. That's quite possible. If she had a flame strike in her hand, I could see her doing that. Oh, that's much worse. Because now splat. So that would have been a good reason to play the Twilight Drake instead. I did get to draw a card, so yay. Play the Twilight Drake now. And I guess I'm going to eviscerate this thing, because I just can't keep taking the beats like this. Hey, mages are bad. This is not going well. I'm not gaining any ground in any sense. I'm just behind. Now, I'm not behind a vast number of hit points, but it is on her turn, so it's going to be worse. Situation is in some way going to be worse by the end of her turn. I don't know. Okay. That's very efficient and bad. Wish I had enough mana to play the Archmage and then shiv this guy for a double, but I so don't. Taking so much of a beating. I mean, I could shiv him and then hit him with my face. He's going to be hitting me for that 4 anyway, so it would be saving myself some damage. But if I do that, then I can't play one of these many other excellent choices I have. And this thing is going to keep getting bigger. It's going to be the same size as him in 2 turns anyway, at least. If not sooner. Now, I could shiv him, use my face, like to stab him, and then play the Master of Disguise. So I would at least have a 4/4 out there. Play Clear and Bloodhoof would be awesome, but without Taunt, I'm just going to take a ton of damage.
So many options.
I really hate this, because next turn I could just do it with the Shiv and not use my dagger and not take 4 damage to kill him and draw a card, but I can't afford that. I guess we'll Shiv him first because I see what I draw. Can't imagine it changes things. Fan of Knives would have been nice, I guess, but...
Enter the shadows. Here we
If I had that at the start of my turn, things would have been different. That I think I would have just frozen him and been like, okay, go. Of course, I often seem to get into trouble that way too, where my opponent is allowed to build up forces and it just gets out of control. It's not like I have AoEs to deal with it. That's probably not good. So this guy's going to get bigger every turn until that secret is triggered. If it's an ice block, I can't even trigger it. Okay. I can now freeze him and then kill that. I don't want to do that though, because freezing him, he'll still keep getting bigger from the secret. I don't even know what the secret is. Could be a mirror entity. So I'm going to find out the hard way. I gotta play the Rocketeer to kill him though. If it's a mirror entity, I'll probably just have to kill it with my Master of Disguise. I don't have that much choice. This is bad no matter what. Yeah. It's not like I have any weaker creatures to play. I guess my opponent wouldn't have got the battle cry from the Frost Elemental, but I couldn't have killed it either.
blades ready.
This is so bad.
Go.
Oh, let's see if he has a Pyroblast. Yes, I do realize it's an epic card, not a common one, and therefore it's quite likely my opponent doesn't have a Pyroblast, but at this point she doesn't need that much to finish me off, frankly. That's not helping. It's exactly what you needed to draw was more things. Damn it. Goes downhill so fast. Have I just gotten bad at the arena while everyone else is getting better? I don't know, but maybe we'll find out next time. If you like this, please click the eponymous button. And don't forget to subscribe to Demonac Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.